right, relax. Hi guys, welcome back to the 19th episode of the What the Deuce podcast. And today we have a special guest. We have Fraser Wilson. He is famous for his workout videos, and he has the world's most noticeable stomach vacuum. Hey, Fraser.
Yo, what's up? I love how you guys say Fraser.
Wait, how else do you say it? How else do you say it?
Well, you guys say it like the TV show, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Is it Fraser?
But we say it like similar to water. Like we say it with
Fraser
at the end.
Oh wow.
No, Fraser. Fraser.
Ah,
yeah, it's weird.
Fraser.
There you go. Bang. You're on it.
There we go, man.
Now I'm Australian. Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
Dude, off the top, bro, thank you so much for doing this, bro. How's your afternoon going?
It's good. It's still morning here, so we're just passed into noon. So it has been a pretty good morning. It's really, really wet here. How's your guys' day going?
I mean, our day is pretty much like wrapping up at this point. We were just preparing for this, like doing a bunch of other things during the day. It's been pretty good. Yo, so let me introduce you. So I'm Arslan. I was the guy you were contacting with. This is my boy Sahir.
Yep.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. Nice to meet you.
This is Umar.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Nice to meet you, dude.
And this is Hashim.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
You guys have some very cool, unique names. I like it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Sorry, were you going to say something? Of course.
Perfect.
All right, so Fraser, man, I gotta ask you like a question right off the top. When was the last time you ate a donut?
Ooh, good question.
Ooh, it is a good question, but like throwing a bit of a spanner in there. I do indulge in some sweets here and there, but I would say donut is just not my go-to. Like for me, it's probably ice cream. So I had ice cream last night actually. So last night was a bit of a cheat meal. So
what's your go-to flavor? What's like your go-to?
Anything with peanut butter in it. I don't know. Because here, all right, this is ridiculous. You guys are all in the States, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So in Australia, you could imagine a Ben & Jerry's pint cost about $12.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Right. Yeah.
I know, man. I know.
That's wild.
Insane. It's crazy.
Is it because
At least you guys have free healthcare.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's a good trade-off, actually.
That is a good thing.
I was gonna say, is it $12 because it's like a lot harder to like maintain the coldness or something? Like, is the heat of Australia just making it a hard time to maintain the ice cream, or what? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Maybe the importation,
Jeez.
or we're just getting scammed. I don't know.
Honestly, it's an island, so
Yeah,
Exactly right.
It's interesting. So you're out in Melbourne, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so like, I mean, what's that like during this time? Like, I know like New Zealand is basically like completely done with the whole virus and things like that, and they were like starting to start up again. Like, how's your scene out there?
So we around I'd say April, things kind of started to heat up quite significantly. Like we didn't do any numbers crazy that like the States were doing, but so we got over it, and then we came out of lockdown, and then we had a little bit of a spike again, or a second wave. And from my personal opinion, it hasn't been that bad, but the reaction from the government, it's been like a total lockdown for the past 3 weeks, I'm pretty sure. So you can only leave for a significant amount of reasons. And there's just such a divide. It's like 50% of the population just thinks, yeah, right, this is the right thing to do. And the other 50% thinks it's a big overreaction. So I'm not sure. How are things over there, man?
I mean, I don't know if like it's been really ridiculous here, man. Like I feel like the US is like taking this like the worst way possible. Honestly, bro, at least from my perspective, I feel like America's been like the laughing stock of this entire thing. So, I mean, yo boys, what do you guys think? Like how do you think we've been handling this?
It's kind of became a political thing in America where like if you're like a Trump supporter, you kind of don't want to wear a mask because he's not really enforcing it. But like if you're on the other side of the spectrum, you're like, you should wear a mask. Like it's important to wear a mask. So like it's a whole mess over here.
I look at it like this. It's the US is based on independence and making your own decision and not trusting the government and doing your own thing. So people are doing their own thing, which is leading to a mass a lot of infections and stuff. While in other countries, people trust their government and they listen to what they're saying. So it's being controlled more and everything's being better. And it doesn't really matter because life is reopening here no matter what. Like, I'm going to college soon. Everybody's going to college. Businesses are open. Everything's happening. And it's like at this point, everybody's like, okay, it's there. Nobody cares. Just, if you get it, you get it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. Like I'm just, yeah, like you said, colleges are opening again. Like we're all college age students, and I'm just like, I'm so nervous for when Halloween happens because I know when that happens, it's gonna be absolutely insane, bro. It's gonna be so bad. But we'll see. I mean, for you though, like has like the COVID really affected your workout routine at all? Really, like I know you've been making like a ton of like videos for like how to work out at home. Do you have like a whole set at your place, or like has like your gym been like shut down and then reopened, and like what's been going on with you?
Yeah, so the gym shut down for the first lockdown and reopened for about 3 weeks, I'm pretty sure. So it was a bit of a blue bowling experience. But after that, yeah, just kind of decided to start to build out my own kind of home gym. So I've just been kind of stocking that up. Today, actually, I was just setting the floors up. So
Nice.
it's been good. I have a feeling that the gym's going to be closed for a decent amount of time here. So I just thought I'd prepare myself for that.
Be honest, man. How many mirrors do you have in your exercise room?
None yet. None. That's probably been the weirdest thing. There's no mirrors. So I think I'm going to have to deck it out completely so I can check myself out more.
Absolutely, dude. Yes, you gotta get those
360 view
angles.
of yourself.
Exactly right.
Honestly, if I looked that good, I would have a mirror everywhere.
Oh, come on, Hashim. You look amazing, bud. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't undermine yourself, buddy.
Yeah.
So you've actually pretty helpful. Like me and a lot of my friends have been following your home workouts, quote unquote, and like your things you posted since like June and May, and you're pretty innovative with the ways you use lighter weights to incorporate like if more complex workouts, and it's really nice and cool.
Perfect, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I think you've got to be proactive in these weird times, and a lot of people don't want to go to the gym in the first place. So just having that option there, get creative with things. It's an important part.
Fraser, man, I tried to do your ab workout today. Your 10-minute ab workout that you posted like 3 days ago.
Okay.
It killed me today. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe for like 3 seconds. It was
Shit. You'll get used to it though, man. Keep at it.
I'm trying, man. Thank you.
For you though, like what has been like the biggest change since you started putting out these workouts? I mean, obviously, you're able to inspire people more often, but going from like your beginnings back in like 2017, what have you like found to been like the biggest change since then?
The biggest change, so in terms of content or in terms of...
I guess maybe content as well as like your personal life. Even like, I love how you make your lower thirds, but like I absolutely love the color scheme. I love like the transitions. They look super cool. And like, other than that, like what else been like changing for you?
Yeah, well, I'd say one of the changes has just been my experience with putting out content, just knowing how to kind of cater things to make people, because at the end of the day, my goal is to get people more active and just understand that health and fitness is got to be an important part of anyone's life. So for success in general, just in personal life or your health or your longevity, it's such a pivotal piece of the equation. So just making sure that my content is geared towards people, making it easy for people, but then also making it enjoyable. So it needs to be eye-catching at the end of the day. So I'd say that from a content standpoint, just knowing what would get people up and about and active. That's kind of my main thing. And then also just the personal development side of things. I find that once you find a passion, I'm sure like you guys with this, you're probably each week going at it and you're just realizing that when you make strides in a direction that you're passionate about, it feels pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I interrupt this episode of the What the Deuce podcast to give you guys a Proton VPN message. Finding the right VPN can be daunting. Proton VPN offers a private and trusted solution. Proton VPN is based in Switzerland, home to some of the world's strongest privacy laws. Plus, Proton is funded by the community of users, not revenue from ad sales. Not only is Proton VPN transparent and secure, but it's also fast, reliable, and stable. Click in the link in the description, guys. Please support the What the Deuce podcast. I would really appreciate it. We will all really appreciate it.
I gotta ask you, have you had that Tokyo vacation yet? I mean, obviously things have been on pause now, but like, were you able to do that before?
Yeah, so I went to Tokyo last year, actually.
Okay, nice.
2019.
I was watching a video where you saying like your dream vacation was Tokyo. I wasn't sure if you had done that at that point, you know?
Okay, yep. No, I went last year, luckily. Otherwise, because I was it's such a good place, man. Have you guys been?
No. You know what's crazy? Go ahead, Ashman.
We were actually planning a whole event this summer to go to Tokyo.
Damn.
Because it's also on our bucket list as well, but it got canceled.
Yeah,
such a good place. Are you guys able to travel?
Yeah, well, not currently, but like last year, like this time last year, we had planned this whole thing. We're gonna go to the Tokyo Olympics. We're gonna check out Tokyo. It's gonna be a really great time. It fizzled out towards the end of the year because we all got busy, realizing we couldn't go, and then COVID hit, right? And like it basically canceled our plans for us. So it worked out sort of, you know? Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go next summer if things open up again, though. Yeah.
Tokyo's been our dream though. Like since we were kids, all four of us, that's our dream vacation. We all want to go together and visit Tokyo. I feel like it's such a cool place, such a like different place than what most people are used to.
It definitely is, man. It's one of those eye openers. I find that Africa and Asian countries are just they're just different. So you go to Europe and it's a fun time. It's sun, you know, you get tan and whatnot, but you just find different experiences in those Oriental or African cultures.
Dude,
what was the one thing you were most excited about Tokyo?
I'm not really sure. Honestly, the food, like as bad as that sounds, just the Japanese culture is just incredible. Also, just seeing the crossing. So just that section where it's just lit up. I can imagine it would be similar to New York. I haven't been there yet, but I just find that energy is just such like an infectious thing.
Wait, did you go to Shibuya Crossing?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, dude, that place is cool. Isn't going back to the food thing? It doesn't Japan have like this really weird thing with food? Like they're very health conscious there. I think like their portions are definitely smaller than most of the rest of the world, and like they have like a very weird relationship with food. Did you find that when you were there, or not really?
I definitely found that there's like an abundance of food, but they're into the culture of eating out. Like I don't think they very rarely cook in house. Like after work, they'll knock off and then they'll just go to I can't remember what it's called, but it's pretty much like a bar or a pub version of a pub. And they'll just drink beers and have pretty much beef and stuff. And it's just that's the type of culture they're in.
And I've also heard that Tokyo and Japan in general has a thing. Some restaurants, some places have a thing against foreigners, and unless you speak Japanese, you can't get into certain places. Did you find that to be true anywhere?
Oh, look, I'd imagine the real traditional Japanese places because there's honestly there's little nuggets to be found anywhere. Like I met up with one of the guys there that was a local, and he took me to a spot that's like 3 levels down underground, and it's like you'd never find this unless you're a local.
Dude, that's crazy.
If I went there and tried to speak English, they'd never ever they wouldn't understand what I'm saying. It would be impossible. So I suppose in that retrospect.
Were you able to keep your diet in Tokyo?
Yeah, as you said, I wouldn't say they're super focused on like bodybuilding side of things, but they're definitely like the cleaner side of food. So they don't really have too many deep fried stuff. McDonald's isn't a big one there. So
I promise we'll get off Tokyo soon, but the one thing I have to ask is, I know how like there's a huge population in Tokyo, but I've heard that the streets are absolutely spotless. Is that true?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
It's true. It's true for like Shanghai and Beijing and stuff as well. Somehow, also, this is what's weird is there's no bins anywhere. So you'd be walking around with a bottle and you would just be like, all right, I wish there was a bin. I could put it in. You won't see a bin. There's no public bins and there's no rubbish anywhere. So they figured something out, and maybe it's the bins.
You're definitely not going to find that in New York, bro, when you go. I'm sorry.
No, it's going to be
I've heard there's a bit of a rodent problem there.
Dude,
definitely.
That's an understatement.
Our rodents are basically the size of kangaroos, but I'm not even going to lie. Like the ones in New York, they're crazy looking.
I'm sure you visit the States. Do you like visiting the States and like different cities here?
I've only been to Miami, so I wouldn't say I have a good reflection of the States.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Miami's a bit of a holiday destination, right?
Absolutely,
It's more of a vacation spot.
Dang, man.
But I definitely want to get back there.
We're gonna be
people don't realize that a lot of America is just like country land, and then there's pockets of cities.
Right.
Yeah,
Where are you guys from?
We're all next to DC, if that's like the nearest closest point. Yeah, like we're all on the East Coast.
Yeah, next to Baltimore and DC. We're all from Pakistan. Our families are from Pakistan.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like we're gonna depress a lot of people by reminiscing about vacation times, because yeah. Oh, dude. All right, but in other news though, like so we really wanted to focus on your fitness thing. So like starting out with your fitness journey, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you start because like your friend basically took you to a gym and then you fell in love with the whole like idea, right?
Yeah. So I was about 17, and my school had a school gym, and it was open first thing in the morning, like before school started.
Right.
And so I was just kind of, because I played basketball growing up and I stopped that at some point, and then just kind of fell into like a physical slump, just didn't really do anything. And my buddy just said, come along, just try it out. And I was like, no one knows what the gym is about. Like the first time you step in, you just have no idea what you're doing. You lift something up and it just hurts, and you're not sure if you're doing it right. And I just like went through that trial and tribulation, just being like, this is a bit weird, but it feels good. I'm going to come back. And then after about a week of going, I just fell in love with it. Nice. And I always took it a little too intensely.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. I remember my first gym experience. Like, I think I really seriously started working out like only a year and a half ago. But I remember before that, I just got bored at the gym. That was really it. I realized that I didn't see any change. I just felt like I was wasting my time going every week. I mean, now I understand, like I got past that, but it was something really hard for me to overcome. Umar, didn't you feel something kind of similar before?
Oh my God, my first gym experience was terrible. Are you kidding me? I threw up the first day. I tried to do an intense workout and I just barfed everywhere. It was terrible.
Oh, no.
I was trying to do supersets after supersets my first day and blah. That
Who took you through that?
Oh, my it was a trainer. I was doing with the trainer.
Oh, wow.
Right? Yeah. I know. It was making me do chest press, sprints, what was it? Bicep curls, sprints, triceps. It was a whole thing, and yeah, that was my day. And now I remember this one thing. It's kind of random, but I drank an orange Gatorade, right? And my mouth was like still full of barf.
Oh God, so dude, why
now
you like this?
I associate orange Gatorade flavor with barf now. It's the worst taste in the world to me.
Oh,
it's
man.
like Pavlov in the psychology.
Exactly.
Yo, but Fraser, to give you some hope, Umar's been going back like every single day. It's been 6 months since that experience, and he's been going back.
And his progress has been immense. Like we see him now, and we show him old pictures, and he's like, "Wow."
You don't want to see an old picture of me. It's terrible. I'm a chunky monkey.
I have quite a different experience than these two. I started working out back in 2016, 2015, for football season at my high school. And after a while,
American football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, American football. So I was about 90 kilograms at the time, and I started working out. I like gaining muscle and stuff, and I went up to like 100 kilograms. And then I just drank a lot of protein shakes, tried to get my muscle mass up, and I tried to bulk up as much as possible. And then after a while, I just stopped and tried to focus on school, and all the muscle that I'd made turned straight to fat, and I gained a lot of weight. And I went, and it peaked last year. Last year in March, I was 130 kilograms, and I was huge.
Yeah, dude.
And since then, I started working out, and I actually used a lot of your things for my abs because I'd noticed a lot of results when I did that, and used a lot of your leg workouts and stuff. And I got down to about 91 or 92 kilograms back in March. I'm back up to like 98 because quarantine sucks, man. But
that's hectic. That's quite the journey, though.
It kind of reminds me of yours because you said you also stopped in the middle, and you gained a little bit of weight, and then you started cutting, and you got better at it.
100%. Yeah, I think everyone who gets into it a little bit decides that bulking's the way to go. Just eat, put on a lot of strength, a lot of weight, and then you get to a point where, like, if you do stop at that point and you keep that eating up, then everything just goes sour, and then getting back to square one's just as hard. So consistency is the most important name of the game.
I feel like you've tried a lot of diets. How many diets have you tried so far?
Well, I wouldn't go as far as saying I've like tried diets as in the fad sense where it's like, oh, you do the keto, you do the Atkins, all that kind of stuff. I've tried the keto diet, and I've been vegan for a little bit just from an experimental perspective. But no, I'd say just like the best kind of diet is one you'll stick to.
Right.
So for me personally, that's incorporating just a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits, a lot of whole foods, and then having that flexibility as well. So throwing some chocolate here and there, some ice cream and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Dude,
for me, I was trying a keto diet, and that helped me so much to lose weight because I basically cut out the carbs and I lost 20 pounds. So I thought that was amazing for me.
How'd you go with like the longevity of it though?
That was the hardest part, but my mother helped me with the meal prep, so I just kept going with it. And if I was hungry during the day, I would just take a protein bar or like a handful of nuts, just eat it and keep going.
Yeah. Did you feel any benefits to going vegan, or was there anything to it?
Not really. Like it's a great ethical diet, I'd say, but
people claim like you get superpowers and stuff on YouTube after going vegan.
I know, man. That whole documentary on Netflix.
Were you enlightened after the experience? Be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. I just got fully woke.
On the complete flip side, though, what's your thoughts on the carnivore diet? Have you heard people doing this? Like they eat nothing but meat.
That's like Jordan Peterson, huh?
Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan. Yeah, we've seen them. Yeah. It's
well, look,
go ahead.
Apparently it works. So I've never really looked into it or tried it, but I think people do have a lot of unknown intolerances to food that they just don't really address, or they don't. They just, because a lot of people think, oh, I'm just going through life and I feel this way and this is normal. but unless you take it to the next level, you never know how good you can actually feel.
Right.
Of course.
So I've got to ask you, how many hours a day does it take you to maintain your physique? Because I know a lot of people say like, oh, it's unattainable unless it's a full-time job and all that stuff. Like if I was paid to like body lift weights, then I could do it too. So how many hours a day do you think it takes you?
Well, look, 1 to 2 hours in the gym. So that's like 5 to 6 days a week. So that there, and then food, it depends how you want to approach it. So you could easily prepare your meals 2 times per week, and that will maybe take an hour. So that would be 2 hours a week. So really doesn't take too long. And then if you want to throw in extra things, like depends how much you want to be focused on everything as a holistic approach, and then you're stretching and everything. So that might be another 20 minutes per day. So really not much. Like it would probably be 5% of your entire waking hours.
Oh wow, dude.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and so like with that, like is the rest of the day have you spent like dedicated to like how much time do you spend on editing? Because like I know you're pumping out videos like basically like multiple per week. So like I'm just trying to understand like how you're able to maintain all of that, you know?
Editing, it really depends on the video, but I'd say anywhere from 1 to 6 hours of editing. And
Yeah,
then,
dude.
so I'll do 2 per week right now on YouTube. I used to do 3 per week. I just find the frequency just wasn't really necessary. So taking a step back and focusing more so on quality as opposed to quantity.
Do you have any other hobbies besides editing and being an Instagram model?
I mean, yeah.
I love to hike. I love getting outdoors, riding bikes. I don't know if you know, but I really, really enjoy reading. I know it's not much of a hobby, but
Yeah.
Yes.
You've been reading a lot of
that kind of
holiday
stuff.
books, right? At least from what I saw.
Ryan Holiday, yeah.
Ryan Holiday, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so are you more of a reader type of guy, or have you been using audiobooks along with the reading? Because I know like there's like a whole contingency with that.
I'm definitely more of a physical book kind of guy. I find that I can slow things down, and I can digest it a little easier. But I know some people just cannot sit down and read a physical book. Like it needs to be an audiobook, which is fair enough.
Were you always a big reader, or is this something you developed like as you like, you know, started like being more focused with your like, you know, mental game and things like that?
Yeah, this is definitely something that I've focused on probably the last 5 years. It was really the aspect of finding the right kind of books, because I think school in general just throws like a bad I don't know how it is in the States, but school here, like you're just forced to read a book and you have to read it. It might not be an enjoyable book, and it just puts a bad taste in your mouth when it comes to reading books.
Yeah.
It's like the Gatorade Umar was drinking.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically. Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, dude. What are you reading currently? Like, what's like your main thing you're reading right now?
I'm reading a couple of books. So I just finished up Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. It's a really, really good book. And then also reading something called The Art of Worldly Wisdom, which is like it's a guy named Balthazar Gracian. So it's from the Renaissance.
Oh wow,
He wrote
dude.
Pretty much a bunch of stuff, and it's just been translated.
Let me get this straight, dude. So you are extremely like physically fit. You can cook like crazy. You're like educated literally, yeah. And you can edit videos. But is there anything you can't do, or are you like holding out on us or anything?
I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a lot of things I can't do. I like to do a few things well, and that's the go-to.
Were you always like this? Your personality, like driven, or like did going to the gym contribute to this personality?
I'd say the gym definitely contributed to the personality. Of just it taught me to understand what dedication was, because I used to when I was younger I played video games like nonstop.
Oh yeah.
And that was my dedication. So I played like RuneScape, Call of Duty, and everything else.
Yep.
Yeah, man, just all day, and it was just like my
99
dedication
fishing.
was towards that. Exactly, just like getting the U logs and the magic logs and everything, and selling them at the GA. It was just badass. But once you I don't know, you take that aspect and you find something that you actually enjoy to do, and then you can really dedicate yourself to that.
Yep.
So I guess just having that philosophy is something that helped me a lot.
Honestly, I completely agree with that. Like in my mind, I feel like gamers are probably one of the best people to work out and actually like change like their entire shapes. Like because gamers know the idea of like grinding for a goal, right? So like I feel like
100%.
gamers would understand like, oh, you gotta go every single day to get that, like, you know, like arms and stuff like you really want. So like, that actually makes a lot of sense to me. I never realized the correlation there, but that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, 100%. I'd say a lot of people in the gym or people who really progress were probably quite into video games when they were younger.
I want to go back to a point you made. You said you liked hiking. So my cousin actually went to Australia after she graduated back in 2017 because she wanted to see the country and because she liked to hike. What are what's your favorite place to hike in Australia if you've done more than outside of Melbourne?
Yeah, it's tough. It's a bit tough. We don't have super, super large mountains, but
Hmm.
there is a place in Australia called the Thousand Steps, which is
Hmm.
really, really nice. It's closed right now, but it's just pretty much
Yeah.
used to be a training site for the army. I'm not sure
Oh,
exactly
Oh
when,
wow,
but
dude.
pretty much it just got converted into a bit of a tourist site.
I was that's where my cousin went actually to like take her pictures and do the whole touristy thing.
Mm.
No
Um,
way. Small
are
world.
there more yeah, are there more things near Melbourne or is there like other places in Australia that have like the mountainous areas to hike? Because I know where we live, there aren't many mountainous places to hike, but if you go out west of the US, there's a bunch of places to hike. So
Mm.
is it something like that? Is it something near you or is it far away?
We don't. I wouldn't say it's a bit tough. We don't have really mountainous places. Like we're
Yeah.
quite a flat place down here. So we
Ah,
really only have a few spots where you can really dedicate yourself to hiking. But besides that, it's kind of like a scenery. So it's more of a walk.
Oh, this
okay.
this isn't like a hiking thing, but I was gonna ask, like, what's your thoughts on Uluru?
It's a bit boring, to be honest. It's just
Yeah,
a big rock.
it's underwhelming. Oh, okay, yeah.
I remember going there. I had to go there for school once. We drove up there from Melbourne, which was like
Hmm.
it took like a couple of weeks, but we were there and the teachers just kept saying, "Oh, let's just wait until it changes color," and nothing ever happened. And we're just
Oh
like, "Geez,
wow,
thanks
yeah.
guys, it's just a boring old rock."
So like,
Is Australia as crazy as the documentary show? Like, is there spiders everywhere, like poisonous spiders and snakes, or is that just a a fallacy?
What documentaries are you watching?
I don't know. On Netflix, you put on Australia, it's like the top 5 poisonous spiders are all in Australia.
this sounds like some propaganda, Hashim. Hold up.
No, there's like a stereotype, at least what I've heard. I don't believe it, but there's a what was I saying? It was a stereotype that Australia is like dangerous beasts everywhere, like snakes and spiders and all this stuff. But I've been to Australia. It's not that bad, at least in my opinion.
Boy, you went to the
Depends where you
hotel,
go, I
bro.
guess.
You went to the hotel, sire. What do you mean, bro? You didn't step outside enough.
And there was no snakes, no spiders there. Like, what do you want?
This is like kind of a general question, but who would you say was like your biggest inspiration, both for physical stature or like and mental? Like I know those are two separate things. Like who was like your biggest inspiration for like who you wanted to look like, and who was your biggest inspiration like who you wanted to like think and like have the motivation like?
That's a tough one actually because it's been a while since I've really thought about someone to look like.
Okay.
But
Yeah, because
I
you
would
just look like yourself.
say-
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You just kind of get to a point where you just realize like, all right, I just got to work on myself and not worry too much about trying to look like someone else, I suppose. But trying to really think from a mental perspective, a lot of people were I'd say people like Tony Robbins.
Okay.
I find that listening to that kind of stuff, it's just like good reinforcement. But when it comes to a physical side of things, I'm trying to really think, man. I'd say Jeff Side, but it's just like that was probably it. That was probably the first person I saw where I was like, wow, that's like pretty ridiculous. How does he look like that?
Yeah.
And then and then it was like, maybe I could look like that. No, I'll try. Pretty much, I'd say.
You're only a little bit off. Don't worry. You'll get there. No, it's fine.
So, when in your fitness journey did you realize that you could market yourself and like help others?
Yeah, I'd say it was probably when I started up on Instagram, kind of dedicating to it. So probably about 4 years ago, I just kind of noticed that I started to have a good response from people and started to kind of make a real impact in other people's lives. And I decided that, well, this is good. This is a good thing. And I want to really like dedicate myself to it. So I decided to just completely go at it because there's always this thing. I'm sure a lot of YouTubers would probably experience it or people who try to start up something in the public space. There's like a annoying thing where it's like, well, there's so much judgment. But then
Right.
when you realize that, like, all right, this is bigger than judgment. Like, I just gotta do it, man.
So, what's your eventual goal? Do you want to like open a gym or besides Instagram and YouTube?
Yep. So definitely moving into more of a physical space. So right now it's really like my main business side of things is the PTing, and then besides that, if it's near impossible right now, but definitely heading into more of a physical space like a gym
Yeah.
or some sort of online servicing where it's like
Yeah,
some
Okay.
sort of
Definitely.
product.
definitely.
I have an interesting question for you. How do you feel about steroids? Have you ever taken them, or do you have like a strong opinion against them?
No.
I'm just very interested in this because
Tell how you really feel,
I'll
Umar.
answer it later. Just go ahead. Just go ahead, please. I'm
Yeah.
very curious.
No, I've never taken steroids.
Okay.
I think anyone who thinks I've taken steroids is a bit off because my physique, I wouldn't say it's like extremely attainable, but it's not. I like to appeal to a more natural side of things, and I like to keep that in mind. So
100%. Your physique is all diet. That's a fact. But like, what do you think about The Rock or somebody like that?
oh, if he's on steroids, probably. How old's the man? 50. Probably, man. Probably. Like, I would doubt. Like, do you know how easy it would be for The Rock to just get a hold of steroids? Like,
Absolutely.
the best
Yeah.
quality steroids and just keep that under wrap. It'd be so easy. It'd be
Isn't
almost
that what
stupid not
actors
to.
do? They go from like buff to like fat in like a couple like a month, or
I
like
wouldn't
fit
be surprised,
to
man.
using
Like,
weights.
it's almost why not? Like, how much is a role for a movie actor? Like 20 million plus? Like,
absolutely.
Take steroids for 8 months. Well, why not?
You know, I was
I mean,
gonna,
like, it's almost, it would be stupid for them not to.
I was gonna say like going back a little bit, like my biggest inspiration was like as a child I saw Wolverine in that one X-Men movie, and where he's just like completely shirtless and like he just looked insanely ripped, and I was like, oh, I want to look like that one day. And then as I got older, I realized, hold up, I don't know if I can in my current state, you know. And plus like reading like what they do to like look that ripped on screen is just absolutely insane. Like, you know, the whole like
really
you know, like the whole water thing, like they're not supposed to like drink water to like look that good on set. Like, have you heard about that?
Yeah, I'd say everything's just like taken down to a T, just their water intake, what kind of food they're eating, probably not eating over the day and stuff. Yeah, I'd say everything's just dialed in.
Oh, dude. But yeah, no.
I think today is the one day that I've talked most about shirtless buff men, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Questioning your sexuality.
Don't say that now. Come on.
Oh, dude. Umar has
No
the best
homo.
reputation. No, full homo. What do you mean? Hold up. No.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
What would you say is your favorite part of your body to work out? Like for me, I know I love the leg press and I love squats
Really?
and like that's leg days are my favorite. What would you say is yours?
Right. I'd say legs as well, just because it's like a love-hate. It's like it's probably the hardest part to do, and it's probably the most rewarding because of that.
Yeah.
I feel like on leg days, even though it's hard, it takes a lot of your stamina. You feel stronger after you're done. You feel like because your legs are much stronger than your upper body.
Oh, what kind of leg day are you doing? After a leg day, I feel dead inside.
You feel strong. Like if like right now, I leg press about I don't know how much is it in kilograms, but I do like 800 pounds. So I feel physically strong after finishing, even though I'm tired. You know, or like
You're one in a million. You're 1 in a million, Sahir.
The next day, I can't walk.
I mean, I like that. Like the feeling's rewarding. Like, hey, I put in work. I feel the results of my hard work. Like if I do deadlifts, I'll be exhausted, but I'll feel good. Like I did that. Yeah, I did 5 sets of whatever I did. You know.
I personally feel if I can go upstairs after leg day, I did not work hard enough.
Exactly.
That's a good measurement. I like that.
What's your future physique goals? Like, how do you progress from something that is already like very good?
In terms of future goals, I would say just continuously improving my explosiveness and my physical ability. Like I've kind of taken a step back from focusing so much on, I suppose, aesthetics, but then like kind of maintaining where I'm at and even nudging that in a better direction, but then more focusing on physical athleticism. So just strength in general within the gym, but then also speed, endurance. So just kind of bringing a little bit more of a multifaceted approach.
I saw your Instagram reel where you were jumping like very high. Can you dunk a ball?
Man, I can alley-oop, but that is about it. Like I'm 5'9". It's a bit tough, but I think if I practice like dedicated for a good 6 months to get the technique down and on a rim, I'd probably be able to.
All right, we'll be looking forward to that then, man. Next reel, there'll be that.
Instagram reel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
What's your thoughts on Instagram Reels? Like I know it just recently came out. Like how have you been feeling it?
Well, it's pretty typical Instagram, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just steal something. So I can't knock it. It's got a different feel to it than Instagram. I think it's a bit more aged up, just by the nature of Instagram being more of a mature audience. And then
Right.
I don't know. I just don't see it putting such a dent in TikTok as Snapchat as it did with stories to Snapchat.
Right.
If that makes sense.
But TikTok isn't getting banned in Australia though, right?
Is it going to get banned in the States though? Doesn't look like it, right?
I mean, you're right. Like to a certain point, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna get bought out by some big corporation. But like it was for that time, we were like, oh, is TikTok going away, and is this gonna have to fill the void? But who knows, man? We're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, no, like we definitely checked it out a little bit. It's just I don't know if it has the longevity like you said that like TikTok did. So we'll see.
Would you ever move forward on TikTok? Like, would you start posting on TikTok?
I actually do. I do post on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
So I got a decent following over there, but I just don't. Yeah, it's getting to a weird it's getting very weird now. If that makes sense, it's just a little too hectic. Like all the content on there is just like it's either shirtless young dudes or
absolutely.
Chicks.
There's a lot of WAP on there right now. That's what it is.
A lot of WAP.
A lot of WAP.
Yeah,
exactly right, mate. Exactly right.
What's is the audience on TikTok like significantly younger than your Instagram following, like your straight Instagram following?
I wouldn't say it's like a massive jump in age, but it is younger. It is more like I don't think there's many 40 plus on TikTok. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So are you the only one that handles all your content creation? Like you handle all your Instagram, all your YouTube, everything's done by you? Or do you have like a team to help you out with that?
Right now I'll do probably 90% of the editing. And then I'll have thumbnails. So I have a guy to do thumbnails. Of course.
Nice.
But I'm currently on the hunt for a video editor. So just kind of dialing in and finding someone who works for me, because I'd rather build a longer term relationship than just like a one-off freelance kind of job.
Yeah, definitely. Because like I see you have many different avenues of content creation. So I was like, I don't know how you handle all those just by yourself. It's incredible that you do that right now.
I was gonna say, like, there's 4 of us and we struggle to do that. So I'm surprised that you said 90%. I was expecting you to have like a whole team, bro. You do an amazing job. That's crazy.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's all just like consistency. Once you build up the know-how, then it's just doing the work, I guess.
Yeah.
All we need is the trusty tripod.
The trusty tripod. Yeah. Okay.
So
go ahead.
Tell me about your partnership with Gymshark. What made you partner with them and choose them as a partner to go forward with?
Well, they're probably just besides their clothes, which is probably, I'd say, a good few steps above any other kind of athleisure wear on the market. Besides that, just their culture, their culture of actually focusing on moving forward. So a lot of like you'll see just a lot of brands are just replications of one another. I'm not going to point any fingers or anything, but Gymshark kind of sets themselves apart and focuses more on the culture of things, building a really strong, positive brand. And just being a part of that is I'm very, very grateful to be within that ecosystem.
Are you wearing a Gymshark uniform right now?
I am actually.
Yes. So like that was the thing. Like one of the things that we're trying to expand on, we were actually expanding into like merchandising as well. We were gonna send you like some of our merchandise just so you can have it for like as a gift for like coming on here. We were struggling to think of what to get you, only because you were completely decked out in Gymshark stuff. And if you're not wearing Gymshark, it's like Nike or something like that. We were just like, what could he need that we could give him that he would like, you know?
In terms of clothes, man, it's tough. Maybe send over a couple pints of Ben and Jerry's. That'll do.
Oh my god, dude! Yes.
The
$12. We can't promise it won't be melted, but we will definitely try for sure.
Appreciate it.
Yes. What have you been doing like during the quarantine when you can't go hiking and you can't do that? Have you been like consuming like movies, TV? Like what have you been into?
Because I already work from home. Like I'll do most of my work from home. So really, it's just that. Like as I said, I do handle a lot of the editing, so it takes a decent chunk of my time. But besides that, when I do have downtime, I'm a big anime fan.
Oh so my god, dude!
I called it.
You called it.
I told
okay. Look. When you said that your dream location was Tokyo, I didn't want to just jump to that assumption that he's into anime like we are.
I'm a weeb.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like that's the thing. Okay, so what have you been watching? Do you have a Crunchyroll account, or were you using Kiss Anime before it got shut down?
I had I can't remember what site I was watching. I usually just watch on Netflix.
Okay.
Depending on what it is, but I used to, because I don't know what I was watching Attack on Titan on, but I used to watch that. I was all about that. Right now I'm watching Code Geass again.
Oh, nice.
Because, I don't know, man. It's just such a great show.
You're an old school fan. You're an old school fan. I like it.
Yeah. I started watching it back because I started with Naruto, and even Bleach back like when I was like 10. So it really been it's a long-term passion.
What got you into anime? Because like I know in the States we had a thing called Toonami, which really got like most of the Americans into anime. Like the Dragon Ball was on there, Naruto was on there, One Piece, Bleach was on there. What in Australia? What was the programming as a child that got you into that stuff?
So I was at school. I was in when I was a bit younger. I was in a bit of a nerd group. And,
right.
I was a bit of a sporty kind of guy, and they were a bit of a nerd. And it was like, they were like, "Yo, check out anime." And I'm like, "All right, I'll give it a go." I had that weird stereotypical, but then I just fell the fucking love with it. I was just like, "Shit, this is incredible!" Like it's like something so fantastical that it's very captivating. Then just fell in love with Bleach. From there,
right.
I don't know if you guys have watched Death Note.
No, absolutely. Death Note's amazing, bro. Yeah,
of course.
That's the guy.
What did you think of the live action? What did you think of the live action on that?
Oh, it's absolutely shocking, isn't it?
It's tragic. It's very
Worst thing
tragic.
in the world.
Oh,
they need to stop that. Aren't they doing another one with like One Piece or something?
Yeah. Wait, what are your thoughts on One Piece?
I actually haven't watched it because.
Okay, I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, you haven't watched it either?
No, I haven't watched it either. Our friend Umar here, he loves One Piece to death.
Yes, I'm a fan of One Piece.
But it's too long, bro. It's too much. You can't, bro. You can't.
It's just too long, man.
It's too much.
It would take the next 2 years of my life.
I started when I was a bit younger, so maybe it helps me. But I would love for you to try and give me your thoughts, please.
I might. It's just such, because I know I'm going to get into it, and then that's like 2 years of my life.
Look, dude, look. I don't want to discourage you. You can do whatever you want, but I heard a rumor that it's not ending until 2025. So,
is it still going?
It's still going, bro. It's still going.
Holy moly!
950 episodes plus now.
Wow.
Oh, well, Omar, do you think it should end? Like, is it ready to end?
It's the story. The story isn't even close to ending, which is tragic.
Well, you're supposed to sell him on this, dude, not discourage him.
I mean, what am I supposed to say? He asked me a very specific question. I can't just decline answering it.
Okay. Have you watched JoJo?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God, you would love it.
You would love JoJo. It's all
shirtless, man.
It's all shirtless, man. And like everyone's just jacked for no reason. It's so good, bro.
Yeah, you would like it.
There's no girls. There's just straight guys.
It's chaos. It's love. There's so much in it.
Oh,
so, is the anime scene in Australia big? Is there a big community of people that watch anime?
I'd say so.
Okay.
Probably similar kind of breakdown. Like usually like a minor group, but there's definitely a lot of people who are into it.
Okay.
Do you feel like a lot of your fans? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But do you feel like a lot of your fans know this side about you, that you're like into anime and stuff like this?
I don't bring it up too much, but I'd say like the people who are into it probably do know. I put it up my stories every now and then.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, during the whole research portion, I had hints, but I couldn't make the whole leap, So that's funny. That's cool to know.
Sure.
Are you still into gaming at all, or is that like, do you just not have time for it anymore?
I'll play like every now and then. I'd say, considering lockdown, I've definitely like played probably like once or twice a week.
Okay.
I'll jump on some Call of Duty,
nice,
Warzone with a couple of buddies, but besides that. Not really, man. Because as I said before, like I'm usually dedicate myself to a lot of things.
Absolutely.
So I know that if I was to play video games, I'd want to play it all the time. So I kind of keep it to a minimum.
All right, dude. Be honest. How often do you get sent to the gulag?
Oof, yeah, decent chunk, man. As I said, I don't play that much because I'm still pretty bad. Warzone's tough though, man. It's a tougher game because there's so much at stake.
Yeah,
it is a tough game. Yeah,
I've been playing it for a while, my friends. It's one of those games you really can't play for too long before you start feeling bad about yourself. Like, damn, I really suck this bad.
Yeah,
it's like when you go to the gym in the beginning and you see everyone doing so well, and then you're like, I'm such a pussy. Wow.
Oh wow.
That was a nice take. I didn't know
that was a very funny take.
Whoa. Just one more ad. Just one more. I promise it's the last ad, okay? Listen, we're kind of broke, so subscribe to our Patreon, guys. It's great, okay? It's a $1 version. It's a $3 version. For the $1 version, you get a patron shout out. You get access to our Discord. You can talk to us. We can have conversations with us. You can get in our chats and stuff. And if you want to go step up, give a little bit more to us, $3 a month, man. It's literally not much. Just chump change, a cup of tea. You'll get bonus episodes every month. So you get 2 or 3 bonus episodes every month. You get a shout out on the pod. And you'll get access to our Discord, just like the $1 version. And, you can talk to us,
chat with us. You can make different topics that we could talk about next week. It's like, yeah, man, so come on, support your creators, man. Yeah, okay, back to the pod. Don't unsubscribe or anything.
I wanted to ask, actually, you said keto. I've heard a lot of people talk about keto and doing keto and different side effects they've had. And the one thing a lot of people have said is it results in a lot of muscle loss. Did you experience that while you were doing that at all?
I didn't actually know, but I would say that would be a bit of a problem, especially when people get really lean. Like if they do take it to the very low percentage of body fat, then yeah, I'd say it starts to eat into a bit of muscle mass. But it really depends how you approach it. Like if you're eating a very low amount of calories, then yeah, no matter what, you're gonna dip into some muscle mass. But I just think ketogenic, like to take it 100% serious, I don't think a lot of people would. Like it'd be a bit of a weird kind of approach that most people would take.
Okay.
Do you think you experienced like exponential growth during quarantine? Like, do you feel like more people looked up your videos because they were like more beginner friendly and all that?
Oh, his videos are killing the game right now. His home workout videos.
Yeah, in the beginning, first lockdown, they definitely had a very significant spike. They kind of tapered off from there, but yeah, like that first kind of 2 weeks of like everyone had so much optimism. I don't know if everyone first 2 weeks of lockdown, that stories where it was like,
yeah, definitely.
I did 50 push-ups. I'm tagging these guys. You do 50 push-ups and stuff. Like, that fizzled out quick, but everyone had so much optimism to keep like working out and pushing out. And
everyone thought they were going to come out of quarantine doing the One Punch Man workouts.
Oh yeah. The way I like to see it is like, I imagine when quarantine started, everyone took it as like a New Year's resolution opportunity. Like everyone who dropped their New Year's resolution tried to do it again, but just like New Year's resolutions, they gave up in February, like 2 months later. Oh, dude.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, do
you have a question for us? That's maybe a good question.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sure, man. What are you guys' two favorite animes that first come to your mind? I know Omar's is One Punch Man, but
One Piece, and Inuyasha. That's another one that I really enjoy.
Okay.
I definitely say Attack on Titan and Death Note would be my top tier.
Yeah, mate, that's mine too.
Yeah, yeah. Great minds think alike.
All right. Okay, I guess for me, I mean, I'm very basic, so I'll just say Naruto and JoJo, to be honest.
Bro, I was gonna say that too.
I mean, you can still say it, bro. You can still say it.
Yeah. So what's it about JoJo?
Oh my god, bro! It's so hard to describe it.
It's an extremely odd show. Like, it has 5 different seasons, you can say, and each season has a completely different premise and almost different characters from the last. Like, nothing stays the same almost. And
it's like a reality TV show.
Almost. But like, it's about superheroes and like superheroes fighting supervillains. It's definitely a very dedicated fan base. People who do watch it get addicted, and they're like big time viewers. Like our salon here watched it and wouldn't stop talking about it to me. So I finally watched it, and then for like a good 6 months, I was just stuck watching the show, rewatching the show, and telling other people to watch the show. So it's like a cult type show.
It's like Dragon Ball Z plays into like the male fantasy of like jacked men.
Okay, well, you guys are.
I don't know how to say it.
You guys are making the weirdest image of the show. I think the best way to describe the show is it has the highest meme potential of any show I've ever seen.
Okay,
every episode has a hilarious meme potential that you can just continue as a running joke, and that's why people keep talking about it. It's because like every episode's so memorable that there's just some moment that you can just like, yo, you have to see this, you have to check it out. Yeah, so like Sire said, every season's a completely different thing, new cast of characters, new everything. But it's like a generation thing, so it's not like random. It's like the guy, then his grandson, then his grandson, then his grandson, and it goes through like the whole time. It's really cool. It's definitely fun to check out.
Yeah. Just try out this first season for us and tell us what you think. I think that's a better idea.
I'll do my best. I'll keep you posted on the memes.
Thank you.
What's up? Actually, that's a good question. Have you seen any Fraser Wilson style memes, like any like big running jokes throughout the entirety of your channel and your posts?
Nothing crazy, nothing, mate. I'd say there's been a couple of like ongoing YouTube comments.
Okay.
I can't think of them off the top of my head, but one was pretty funny. Kind of, it was quarantine, so first out of lockdown, because I usually do my workouts at the gym. Like I'll film the home workouts up in a room, but once quarantine happened and lockdown happened, I started filming them outside.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, lockdown happens. I mean, before lockdown, Fraser films workouts indoors. After lockdown, Fraser films workouts outdoors.
He's such a rebel. Oh my God.
I was like, shit, paradox.
Oh, dude, that's funny. Actually, okay, and with that, like, has your access to food at all changed because of quarantine? Like, have you had like a hard time making the same food that you were before, or has it been exactly the same? Like, nothing's really changed for you?
No, we've been pretty solid over here. We had a couple of days where everyone went crazy and bought everything in the store.
Right.
But besides that, no, like after a couple of days, they restocked and stuff. So I haven't had much troubles. Has it been crazy over there?
Dude, I don't know about the rest of them, but like for me, when I went to the grocery store, things were still empty. I'm so surprised. It's been like 6 months later. How are people still taking everything? But yeah, I mean,
Maybe they know something we don't. Second wave.
On that
US
note, I got to throw something controversial out there. What do you guys think of your current president?
oh,
it's not controversial at all.
He's,
we hate him.
he's very funny.
No-brainer.
He's a very funny man. Did you watch? I mean, I don't expect you to, but did you watch that one interview he did with that one Australian interviewer?
Maybe. Was it recent?
It was very recent. Like he had like the graphs, and he was like handing him the graphs, and he just looked super confused the entire time. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I didn't catch it.
Okay.
No idea.
We've seen it. Yeah, we've seen it in our salon.
It was just the funniest thing. This man, he
it's
talks like a
hilarious.
kindergartner, bro. I don't know how. It's very crazy because where we live in America, we kind of live in this bubble, right? Where like we don't really know what the rest of the country is feeling because we live in this very metropolitan area where like everyone's mostly Democrat, everyone's like they're very liberal around here. But apparently the rest of the country is not. And we were just surprised to see that in 2016, you know?
Any of the
Right.
any of the places in the U.S. where densely populated, so New York, California, D.C., Miami, they're usually Democratic. They're mostly liberal, like to support like other people. But anywhere else, you find like the open areas of the U.S. It's like usually Trump. So if we usually talk to anybody from the U.S. from the big cities like us, we'll just say yeah, we don't like Trump or like his policies as much.
Isn't that a thing with like Queensland and Australia? Is like it's like more conservative.
Yeah, I'd say so. So right now, our federal politics is liberal, and then is conservative. So I think we have it backwards, right? So liberal over here is like conservative.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Over there, progressive.
Just like the weather, it's upside down.
Yeah, it's a bit backwards, hey. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
liberal in the federal, and then the state that I currently live in is more of a progressive state.
That's
Melbourne,
funny,
very
yeah.
artsy, cultural, and everything else.
Yeah, it's like that in Canada as well, I think. You guys have like a multi-party system. What do you think of our two-party system? Do you guys think that's crazy where you guys are at?
Well, so you have no other
Nope.
Nope.
parties. Wow.
It's just two.
It's only two.
Is that by law? So that's by law.
It's a multi-party system, but the two major parties are the two parties. We can have other parties, but they usually get like absolutely no respect or no power of any kind.
Yeah,
And they have
we probably have the same thing. We have a similar thing. Like we'll get like the sex party and like the weed party and stuff, and like no one will vote for them, but they're just there as like
Exactly.
they're just there because it seems as if there's like diversity and
And like freedom to do whatever.
Yeah.
but really it's just two parties bickering.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
it.
But your party still gets seats in parliament, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we don't.
They can, but they very rare. Wait, so they actually, even if they get the majority vote, they don't go in.
Yeah, like I mean, no third party has ever really won in America, but they don't get any seats in Congress no matter what. It's usually just the Republicans and the Democrats in both parties. Both parts.
Do you
of the Congress.
know? Yeah. Do you know about the whole electoral college thing as a foreigner, or
No, how does that run?
Ruslan, you want to describe it?
I
No, we
mean,
don't.
to be honest,
I don't even understand how it works.
Okay, it's a system essentially where each state, depending on how many people it have, get a certain amount of votes. So say the subdivision of the state has 3 votes. Those 3 votes matter. It doesn't matter if the entire state votes for a certain president or a certain person. If certain people vote for those people, the whole state vote goes to them. It's a
Right.
very confusing system, very outdated system.
So basically, the popular vote doesn't matter. Like Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, but Trump still got elected through the electoral college thing.
So is that because he got the majority of states, or is it because
Yeah,
the
he
states
won the
that he
majority of
won had?
states.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was
That makes
created.
sense.
It was created a long time ago when like the foreigners. I mean, when the forefathers said like, oh, like how we can't trust like the people to vote because they're not very informed. So
Yeah.
we'll make the decisions for them, and
Wow.
that system has still been going on in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of America, like I know you guys said that you wanted to go to Tokyo and stuff. I found that when I was there, a lot of people hadn't left the country. And in Australia, everyone travels. Like
Right.
I don't know anyone from my school that didn't like go to Europe or anything. Do people travel a lot in America, or are they pretty content with like staying there?
Honestly,
Most,
if you asked me this like 5 years ago, I would have said that everyone traveled because basically where I grew up, like tons of people traveled. But as I've gotten
Yeah.
older, I realized that more people just like stay in their states. Like they don't really ever travel. There's like I feel like there's a large majority of the American population who has never left their hometown. And I realized that as I got older, and that's just crazy to me because like their whole worldview is just that one area. Like I bet they couldn't even imagine other governments or other things that are going on. You know?
Sure.
it's like a thing where, first of all, some people just patriotic pride, like, hey, the U.S. is the best. Where I live is the best. Why would I go
Yeah.
anywhere else? You know.
Mm.
Second, it's for the American public, it's more expensive to travel. They feel like it's a lot expensive and it's not worth it to travel as often.
Mhm.
So most of the U.S. would not travel. Mostly, especially in Florida, Miami, where you went, I would 100% suspect most people not leaving their hometown, home state for long. Some areas, richer areas, the more wealthy areas, a lot of people travel, a lot of people go everywhere. But most of the U.S., yeah, no, they don't leave even the state or the hometown that they live in their whole life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've got to ask you, as a foreigner, what's your reaction to Kanye running for president in America? Like, what do you think of America at that point?
Yeah.
Man, is it
Yeah, are
not
you a
like the
fan of
best
him?
publicity stunt?
It is.
Or the worst?
Yeah.
I'd say it's blown back in his face a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, dude.
I get it. Like I love the idea. Like let's run for president and everything. But boy, some of the things he said,
Exactly.
you can't take
Yeah.
that
He
back.
says,
You
he
can't
says
take
some
them
wild
back.
stuff.
When this
Yeah.
man said
Yeah.
that Harriet Tubman didn't free any slaves, I was like, bruh, no, no.
No, he needed to quit while he was ahead.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Can.
I know you've
So
been.
when it comes to-
oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Sorry. No. My thing's stupid. Go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say, since we're on the topic of music and stuff, what type of music do you listen to? And do you listen to music while you're in the gym?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll pretty much always listen to music in the gym. But you just can't trust what the gym's playing. You just can't. Sometimes I'll play some
Exactly.
XXS Tentacion. The next time they'll
Yeah.
be playing like girls just want to have fun. And I can't handle it.
Oh,
So,
nice.
So say you're at the gym, regular day. What do you like listening to? Like, what are your favorite bands or musicians, or
I usually always revert back to rap
what kind
of
of
some
genres do you like
sort.
listening to?
Yeah.
So hip hop, rap. I'm really into Travis Scott, Tory Lanez, Juice
okay.
WRLD.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys have heard of. If you guys are into rap, are you guys into rap at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy named the Kid Leroy. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Oh, I do know
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's from Sydney in Australia,
Yeah.
and I'd say
Yeah.
like he's probably going to blow up hella big. I'd say.
Yeah, no,
Nice,
he's definitely
bro.
he's getting a lot of traction. I expect him to blow up soon.
Yeah, similar to like Juice WRLD, I'd say.
Exactly,
Is Australian rap similar to UK rap, where it's like the same kind of beat and stuff, or is it different than America?
Australia rap sucks. Like it sucks. It's just like people rapping about like painting trains and stuff. I don't know if you like know. Like we have like a lad culture in Australia where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like lads are like they roll you for your stuff, they steal stuff and then paint trains and stuff. But to see like a guy come out of Australia and make it really, really big in America is so rare.
Mhm.
So really, really proud of the Kid Leroy.
Yeah, man.
So-
I mean, yeah, no, we'll definitely see the rap scene, but I feel like y'all are killing the acting scene. I feel like basically all my favorite actors are Australian, though. Like
Really like
Crowe-
Chris Hemsworth and stuff.
Chris Hemsworth, Russell Crowe too, like freaking Nicole
Margot
Kidman.
Robbie, huh?
Margot Robbie. I keep forgetting she's Australian. I don't know why. I think she's
I know.
Russian half the time, but no, she's
Oh,
that's
she looks
crazy.
Russian, huh?
Yeah, she does, right?
Good point.
Did you watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah, it was a bit lackluster, I'd say.
I agree.
Dragged on.
I was wondering like what your perspective, because it felt like such a Hollywood movie, you know, like it just felt like something that only people there would really get. I liked the ending though. The ending was kind of fun.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. It just had such a build up to that ending. I think they could have cut it down. The climax was great, but bloody hell, the journey was long.
Yeah, dude. And poor Margot, but she barely did anything that entire film. It was really sad, but yeah. Yeah.
Not a lot of screen time.
Her feet, though, for sure.
Into the feet.
Yeah. Okay, guys, do you have any other questions for him? Because we can slowly wrap this up if you guys are done.
So
I think I'm good.
So you want to do the last segment? What are we most excited for?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do this. All right. So, Fraser, thank you so much for doing this, man. Usually at the end of every show, usually during these episodes, we kind of talk about a lot of negative things just because of the state of the world. But we like to end with something very positive. So, what is something? I know I'm putting you on the spot. What is one thing? It could be like. It could be something fitness related, like something sports related, movies, anything, music. What is one thing that you are looking forward to that you want to just spare out to the world?
I'm looking forward to the world progressively getting better, at least either back to normal or back to a really, like a new normal, like a new strong point. But also looking forward to the NBA finals. I don't know.
That's nice. There we go. Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Got to end on a positive note there. So I'm hoping to see a Blazers Mavericks series. Like that'd be unreal.
So into the NBA a lot. I didn't know that. That's fantastic.
I mean, he used to play basketball, like you said, right? Yeah.
Yep. No, NBA definitely one of my hobbies for sure.
Are you a fan of Kyrie Irving?
He's a bit of a crybaby, isn't he?
A big one.
But yeah, he's a beast. Like on the court, he's an absolute beast. But he needs to get over the politics, man.
Yo, do you love LeBron? Because I feel like people either love or hate LeBron. I mean, everyone respects him, but you either love or hate him. What do you think?
I wouldn't say love. I wouldn't say I have a love for him. I think he's probably the GOAT, like off the court. Besides Kobe, like Kobe was on and off. He was like the GOAT, but LeBron, he's just doing so much more for the culture.
Yes.
So I don't know how you could hate him. He's doing absolutely incredible things for the community. Like how would you hate him? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get that.
Right.
I recently saw the Jordan documentary, so it's cool to see the LeBron's journey too.
Yeah, man.
True. Yeah. Very true.
Okay.
When it comes to me being excited about something, definitely excited about showing out to my friends that I talked to one of our favorite celebrities. And I'm looking forward to the result of the first round of the NBA playoffs. I'm really happy with what's happening with the playoffs.
Yeah, that's good. For me, I guess the number one thing I'm excited about is basically this new taco place opened up near me, and I'm just like really excited to see, because like I'm really curious to see how these businesses do, like now that we live in this new world, right? This new normal. This is basically a restaurant that's like created in the new normal. I want to see how it is and how they're functioning. So I'm just excited to check that out. I know it's kind of a personal thing, but that's usually what the segment's about. So yeah. All right.
Well, I'm excited for my fantasy league. I'm actually starting a fantasy league with my cousins, and we have a pair of Yeezys on the line. So hopefully I draft good for American football. Yep.
Where was the invite, bro? Hold off.
It's a pair of Yeezys? What the hell?
It's a family-only league.
I'm not okay. Wow. I guess I'm not family then. Wow. All right.
Yeah. Damn. After 8 years, what are you gonna do?
Okay, I'll send you a link.
Yeah. All right, Umar. What are you excited for?
Me, I'm excited for these gains, man. I'm trying to bulk up. I'm trying to see where I can be in 6 months.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm right.
That's pretty good.
I'm right.
All right, man.
So,
yeah.
Keep it simple.
All right, yo. Thank you so much for doing this, bro. Like,
thank you so much,
dude. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
It was definitely worth the wait. It really was. Yeah.
Well, I had fun, man. I'm excited to see the final product.
If you guys are interested in your Instagram, please check our description. All of our platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Are we still on Google Play? Is that still a thing?
We're on everything, bro.
Okay, YouTube. Yeah, we're on everything.
I didn't tell you guys this. We're on Amazon Audible now. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. Now we're really on everything.
And check out Fraser Wilson on Instagram.
Yeah, Fraser, where can the people reach you at?
Yeah, Instagram, Fraser Wilson Fit. You can find me similar on YouTube. Just type in Fraser Wilson. Try my workouts out. Look forward to seeing you over there.
Yeah, awesome. All right. All right, that's pretty much a wrap, man.